Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. And by the video title, you know what this video is about. Today we're reacting to, of course, the Steelers D.P. Their top 5 biggest storylines of 2024 for the Steelers, as you guys know, the end of the year. So discussing some of the big stories, just a little cool little video going over. And it's just also storylines heading to 2025 that'll be the biggest stories for the Steelers. So they're gonna be they made an article on that. So we're gonna be reacting to their article. So the first thing they have on the list, of course, Russell Wilson in, can he pick it out? Mike Tomlin's pivot. Of course, that was a big moment that happened this year. As you guys know, the Steelers with Mr. Trubisky last year and Mason Rudolph, they released Mr. Trubisky. They made some let Mr. Rudolph walk. Kenny Pickett was on the team as well, and we was wondering what the Steelers would do at QB1. Would they roll with Kenny Pickett as the guy, or would they bring another guy in? And they brought in Russell Wilson, and I guess they thought that, okay, we have Russell Wilson play. Kenny Pickett sit behind him, can learn behind a future Hall of Famer. But Kenny Pickett decided that he wanted to leave. He didn't want to put in the, I don't want to say put in the work, but it seemed like he didn't want to put in the work. Like he said he wanted to leave because he said he wasn't getting the same amount of rep time or something like that. But if he would have stayed, as you know, Russell Wilson did get injured, and Justin Fields was able to play the first 6 weeks, right? So he could have played the first 6 weeks like that, sitting behind him, and could have did something too as well. But you know, he abruptly asked for a trade and got shipped off. He was like a 3rd rounder. I'm surprised he got a 3rd rounder for that. Shipped off for a 3rd rounder to the Eagles, and as you guys know, Coach Tomlin making a switch, because at one point the Steelers was 4-2 with Justin Fields. He came off a big win against the Raiders where he played pretty good football. Had 2 rushing touchdowns in that game as well, and they won. It was a blowout victory. I think the Steelers won versus the Raiders, and then he made the switch to put Russell Wilson in for Justin Fields. And Russell Wilson played good football. You know, the past 3 games that been the best. You know, but overall played a good football and clinched the playoff spot and got his victory and stuff, of course. You know, going out there and handling business. You know, Fields started off 4-2. Russell Wilson is what, 6-4, right? I think so. 6-4? Yeah, 6-4. Yeah, Russell Wilson 6-4 as a starter now with the Steelers, and went out there and made some magic happen. You know, beating some tough teams as well. So that was a cool little switch that Coach Tomlin did, and that was a cool moment, I think, this year. The second one they have on the list is Cam Hayward's resurgence, and that actually is very cool because they paid Cam Hayward some big money. A lot of people was very against that, but he's playing at an all-pro level, playing very good. 35-year-old, still got a lot of juice in the tank. He has a future Hall of Fame career, just missing that Super Bowl win and that playoff success like that. You know, so man, hopefully we can get that. The third one they have, of course, is Chris Boswell historical season. I think Boswell is, if I'm not mistaken, he's like 4 field goals away. I think he's 4 field goals away from breaking the record of most field goals kicked in the season. I think either 4 away from tying it or 4 away to breaking it like that. But Boswell might can get it. You know, this week we'll see what happens. If there's one of the shootout games they had last time against the Bengals, we'll see what happens. But he's been playing very good this year. Boswell, you know, twice this season won the game with solely offense. It was solely kicking field goals. Against the Falcons, that was in week 1. He kicked 6 field goals, and then against the Ravens, he kicked it was week 11. He kicked 6 field goals for the victory as well. Boswell's been playing very good. He's gonna be an All-Pro this year. The best kicker in the AFC, one of the best in the NFL. Might be the best in the NFL. You never know. I think as well, but he's definitely the best in AFC. Probably the best in the NFL too. He's been playing very good, and his 50+ yard kicks, he's been going out there and playing amazing. And he might be the team MVP. I know they had different guys. Probably T.J. Watt was the guy they gave to last year, of course. Past few years, T.J. Watt been getting them, of course. But Boswell could be the team MVP. They might give him the award. You never know. But I think Boswell been very good. He had a team record 12 from 50+ yards. That's crazy to hear of. 12 from 50+ yards. He's playing very good. So Boswell's been awesome. Everything that George Pickens, they say everything George Pickens and everything else receiver rumors. That's a weird way they phrased it, but the George Pickens stuff, of course, been a lot of things happening. The Brandon Ayuk situation was dragged on forever. That was dragged on forever. When the 49ers finally paid him, that was a little scenario. We had a lot of videos about that. Is he getting traded now? Is the trade gonna happen? Is the trade happening? Is this happening? I think a lot of stuff been happening, but they finally was able to get the deal done with him, and he got injured. Of course, he after the season, he be back though better than ever. They made the Terry McLaurin stuff. Remember they mentioned Devontae Adams stuff. The Christian Kirk was actually going to happen probably. I think that was one of the ones that was going to be about to happen, but he messed his shoulder up, so then he was out for the rest of the season and still went with Mike Williams instead. Also, DK Metcalf was a name circulating around, so a lot of the receiver rumors was definitely annoying story, but it was a lot of noise that was happening this year. The 5th thing they have is this 3-game bender. You know, the 3 losses we got right now, been a lot of noise about that too. Losing to the Eagles, the Ravens one probably hurt the worst because like that's the one like you think the Steelers should go out there and win. Like you fumble the ball by the goal line, then you throw a pick six, an opportunity to tie the game up, and you just messed it up like that. That's the one right there that hurt the most. So the Steelers win that game and you win the division. None of that other stuff matters and stuff. That's the one that hurt the most right there. But we'll see if they can bounce back and make something happen. But that right there was definitely a lot of noise. Hopefully they can fix it. And now this is the next year stuff. It's the 2025 biggest storylines to watch for. How Pittsburgh Steelers finish. How they finish the season, of course, is a big topic of concern, of course. Hopefully they can finish the season well. You know, on the winning side of things, at least win one playoff game, make some noise, and try to see what happens. So George Pickens' summer talk is the second thing they have on the list. That right there might be some noise a little bit, but they could possibly just wait to after his 4th year to see if they want to go that transfer. I go with that the decision. I think George Pickens was in talk. I think there's a lot of rumors and reports. I don't know if those rumors are true or not, but they said the Steelers could trade George Pickens for a 2nd round pick or something, trade him away. They said maybe draft a receiver and then sign a veteran receiver. You know, Chris Godwin and some other guys will be available in free agency. So you sign a veteran, then you draft a guy, Luther Burden or somebody, you never know, and then go a different approach if you don't want to feel like dealing with the antics or doing anything else. But we'll see what happens. George Pickens is a good player, but you know, sometimes like they mentioned before, Coach Tomlin mentioned it many times, we'll tolerate you until we can replace you. And usually tolerate you when you win and things going good. When you start losing, they're like, this stuff ain't about to fly. So we'll see what happens. So the biggest first round need, of course, a lot of questions concerned about that. I have a lot of stuff already, pre-analysis already made. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of diving on some of the cornerbacks and some of the receivers of the draft, you know, linebackers, even quarterbacks as well. If they still did go that route, I don't know if they'll go that route, but I got a lot of analysis coming. I'm gonna wait till after the season to make that come out. On my personal channel, the Arsenal D.B channel, I was doing in-season stuff here and there. I don't do any more for the rest of the year for the rest of the season until the off season come. I have a lot of videos coming for like the draft stuff. You know, I love the draft stuff, and I love the like analyzing the players coming to the draft. So a lot of stuff. Of course, is there more free agency splash? That's another one as well. And then of course, last but not least, who is QB1? There's gonna be a lot of questions about that. Russell Wilson, are you gonna pay him that big time money if it's something crazy like $40 million a year? I don't think so. The Steelers not gonna pay that. The Steelers are very cheap. Now, if they was to do a deal like, okay, we can sign Russ to a 2-year deal worth two years worth $50 million, you get all the guarantee, we get $25 million a year. They probably do that, but they're not gonna pay. They might do 30. They might do 2 years, $60 million. You get all the guaranteed $30 million a year. They might do that because that'd be more team friendly. But they're not doing no $45 million. I can tell you that right now. The Steelers, Mr. Marcon is smart, and Steelers are very cheap. They're not doing that. They'd rather just bring back Justin Fields and see what happens. That could be a possibility as well. Bring young Justin Fields back and develop him because he did play good. He was 4-2. He scored 10 touchdowns, so only 1 turnover, right? Yeah, 1 turnover, 10 touchdowns. Had us in 4-2 record. Was doing pretty good. I know our offense was only averaging 22 points a game, but I think he can get up more and more. We get more weapons on the outside for him as well. And the way the defense is playing, he can go out there and play. And the team was feeling very confident around him as well, too. So he could be a guy they can go with. Well, unless they go a different approach. Sam Darnold was a name circulating around. Kirk Cousins, I don't know why his name was circulating around because that would be a downgrade. But we'll see what happens with the Steelers do. Or they can go in the draft. You never know. Some teams traded up before. Remember we've seen, of course, when the Chiefs had Alex Smith and they had a winning record the year before. But they decided to trade up in the draft and get Patrick Mahomes and bring him in. And then they finished 11-5 that season. But then after that year, they moved Patrick Mahomes up, and then the best thing happened to him. Sometimes when you have a good team, you can trade up. You're like, see, I have a team that's good. Defense is good. I have playmakers on offense is good. We're a team that can win, 10, 11, 12 games a year. But we're just missing that extra at the quarterback position. You could trade up in the draft. And you know your team is already set. You have a team that's already secured. Trade up in the draft and get you one of those young quarterbacks and see what happens. So what the Steelers do that? You never know. Like that. So we'll see what happens fully. But that's all I have for today's video. Happy New Year's, of course. On the New Year stuff. This is the top story the headlines from for this past year, or this year right here, and also from some that may happen in the future as well. So be on the lookout for more stuff that's coming, from the Steelers reports and the things that happen. Hopefully we can finish the season off strong, with a victory, and hopefully we can finish it off, of course, with a playoff win as well. But we'll see what happens. But I see you guys next time. Peace out.